What's poppin'? It's your boy DJ The Don, and this is The Lounge, man. I want to thank everybody for this season 1, the 1,500 subscribers, people that have been supporting. It means a lot. It saddens myself that this is the last episode and this is my last weekend in Austin temporarily, but you know what I'm saying? We are going to end it with a bang. We've been talking relationship goals for the last couple of shows, and we're going to keep it going. And we're going to talk marriage, man. And I'm the married of the group, so I'm the liaison. If we have questions for the married folks, I'm here for you. Now, I will say, my views is not like everybody else's views. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the most traditional views when it comes to marriage. But nonetheless, you can ask me the question. I'll give you the traditional answer, and I will give you my answer. It might not align, you never know. But that's why I'm here, So, ladies, what is the ultimate goal to be married eventually, or is it because it's different out here in 2022? Some people want 3 wives. Yeah. Some people want no wife but 14 girlfriends. Some people just want to, you don't know what it is. What is the goal for you two ladies?
Oh man, honestly, I don't know. Like at one point I did want to get married, like growing up with like in a household with both parents present.
Mm-hmm.
I
blessed.
Yeah, I know. I know, I really am. And like
we were talking about that 10% last show. It was like it's only 10% of people that like
got
a happy household. Like.
Yep. No, they've been going strong for like 27 years now. So,
that's cute.
So, I've had that example and like, it's beautiful. Do not get me wrong. But it's just nowadays I'm like, I don't really know because I don't know. It's just kind of scary out here. So I don't know.
It's scary out here. Scary hours.
It's
scary hours. Man, I get it. What about you?
I definitely agree. Like I definitely had like this like traditional view of like, oh my God, I want a house, some kids to do. But
it's that's so cute.
If it does happen, it's like it's cool, but if it doesn't, But also with like how we are all like socially, like everybody's kind of scared to just get in a relationship. So it's like people play around from jump.
Yeah.
And like keep that kind of demeanor. So it's like it is scary.
Yeah.
So if you're, because you guys kind of sound like on the fence, like 50% yes, 50% no. What is the yes? Like, why do you want to get married? Is there a reason, or is it just the traditional thing to do? Like,
I think it's because I believe in just having like that one person that's like for me, and not in like a codependent type of way.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Like like we got our backs, like and that's just solid. But at the same time, I'm like I'm just open to being by myself as well. Like it's not that big of a deal because some people like act like you have to get married.
The codependency,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that, like I definitely don't want to just be alone, when I am older. But I mean, if it does happen, like it does happen.
Yeah.
But it obviously has to be the right person because I'm only going to do this one time. So, so I'm not getting any divorces. So like,
ain't even in the discussion.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
We don't know that word.
Exactly. Like I have to get it right this one time. And I think that one, like that amount of pressure, like is just kind of a lot for me, But I mean, I just trust that like, if I feel this is the right person, I'll get married to them,
What does that look like? What is the right person for you?
Oh, I don't even know.
You don't even know. You ain't even exist.
I don't even know.
So how would you know when you found the person that's the person for you? Like you just don't know. You feel it.
I feel like I would
you
just
feel
know.
it like you hungry. You be like, oh, I'm hungry and my stomach growling. I just woke up. This is the man for me. Like
Honestly, it's like certain things. Like
that's why I'm asking
about the person. Like,
what does that look like? What is a characteristic that like he needs? Like, you know what I'm saying? Or she, I don't know. Some people roll both ways, you know what I'm saying?
So definitely,
I'm like,
definitely need somebody that is, gonna like help make my life easier, and then like same thing like with me too, like we just make each other's lives easier, literally just like a partner, like we're just gonna help each other elevate, things like that, get to where we need to go, push each other. Just those kind of things, like somebody that gets me beyond like the surface level things, know.
Yeah, like growth is like everything.
Yeah.
So it's like you have someone that's like just here and they're not really trying to, because the thing is you can always meet from different, places, but it's like if the person is also like just selfish, to a certain extent, you can't work with that.
Yeah.
So I feel like both people have to be like super open to like whatever differences they have, like working together. But that would be the person for me, like someone that's like super open-minded, about like
oh yeah,
how different our lives
can't
are.
have somebody that's closed-minded.
Yeah.
I will say, man, like when I first thought about marriage as a single person or even in a relationship, I thought that marriage was like, you know, you meet the person at their best. And you are marrying them at their best. There is no evolution past that. Like, they are marriage material from the day that you put a finger. And it's just not it's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's a lot of things that, even for myself, like, I give my wife a lot of props that she took me for where I was in life. Not saying I was at a bad point of life, but I wasn't 100%
your best.
Yeah, my best. You know, I had way more to offer. Like, you know,
you only got better. Like.
Exactly. You have to, but that's the thing, is that a lot of single people don't understand the evolution and have the patience to see someone actually grow.
Yeah.
Oh, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? They're just like, oh, like, I didn't know that you was gonna have all this baggage. Like, I didn't know you was gonna have all this trauma.
That's usually how it goes.
I didn't know that you, like, you know, I didn't know, like, when people that have traditional views, they move in with a partner. I didn't know you were sloppy. I didn't know you couldn't cook.
Yeah.
I didn't know you, like, you know, it's just a bunch of stuff you don't know. It's really like the dating part is just like, I call it the HR screening. There ain't nothing really anything significant about the dating point. Relationships truly start when you get married. Like, this is like, you just start from scratch. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you learn about your partner that you had no idea that they either been through, like, don't like triggers, red flags, all this stuff. Yeah. But it's a non-negotiable. Like, it's not like you can't just leave. Like, it's not.
You gotta deal with it.
You gotta deal with it.
It's difficult to leave at that.
Exactly.
Like,
and I think the issue with our generation that they feel like it's easy just to say divorce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, man, I mean, it's been a year and you ain't been giving me what I thought you was gonna give me. So I'm done with you. And I'm just like, yo, that's like wild that it's just that temporary. Like, it's like it's a date, like a relationship. It's not a relationship. We're past that. It's not even negotiation. You got an attitude, go to the other room. I ain't going back and forth with you. Right. Go on a walk. You know, go on a walk. Go to your friend's house, talk stuff about whatever you want to do. Yeah. But when you come back, you're gonna be here.
Knowing that, I feel like that is the biggest thing with marriage too. You know, you guys cannot give up. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot. And then I feel like as soon as that one person, like, somebody's not putting in the effort for the other person, you know, that's when I feel like shit's just gonna like hit the fans. Or
exactly.
You know?
Falls apart.
Exactly.
Yes, like.
When is it a good time in a relationship to introduce, like, marriage? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would say, I mean, if y'all are together for like more than like 5 years.
Dang, 5 years?
Yeah, because I feel like there's still a lot of like growth to like, if you want to see what a person's like before y'all get married, it's best y'all act like y'all married before y'all get married.
But
like,
that's
play house for a little bit.
But that's a long commitment. 5 years is a long time. Think about if you're 25. You're not getting married till you're 30. Like, you know, not saying that like marriage has a time limit, but that's a long period of someone missing their life for it not to work out. Not at 30.
True, you know, but also when you get into a relationship and then find out it's not working, that's even more detrimental. You have to go through all this extra shit.
Sure.
So I would definitely, I don't know.
I just look at it like a time sense. Like, if I was 22 and I got married and I get divorced, or not get married, and I was in a relationship for 5 years, now I'm 27. I didn't miss the whole fun phase of my life.
Yeah.
Trying to experiment with a fake marriage. You know, when I can just leave. You know what I'm saying? If I am 35 and I'm dating someone for 5 years, I'm now 40. Yeah. Kids are out of the question. Like, you don't have kids, it's a wrap. You adopted, it's just what it is. That's a long time.
Yeah.
I just say, like, I'd rather be older and then get married instead of being too young and feeling like I'm stuck. Because either way, I feel like when you're still wasting it away. Yeah. You know, like, I feel like marriage is so solid that it's like to the point of like somewhat no return. So it's like if you're in a relationship, it's like you're still kind of able to be who you are, but I mean, it's like if you want to just go out and experiment and cheat and shit, I mean, that's a whole different ballgame.
That's your world, my boy.
But if you know, so, I just feel like I would rather just not marry too young rather than marrying too old.
Yeah.
Because it's like, honestly, kids aren't.
Well, you know, when you get married too old, you're looking for a death buddy. You know, you in your 50s, like, you're just like, yo, bro, I'm just trying to die with you. Like, you take ride or die to a whole different sense.
Yeah.
You don't care what they do. We just dying together. That's just how we do.
That should be a concept. Dying partners.
Yeah.
No, literally, they just have like a little like death pact. Like,
yeah.
Like, it didn't work out for you.
Hey, we ain't getting divorced. We just kind of burying each other.
Like,
that's just what we doing. You fake little fake tears. You do a couple fake tears. We move on with our life. You know,
I got my back. I got yours.
You are not a widow. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Yeah.
What about you, Tama?
I don't know. Honestly, I mean, because whenever I do see people get married too young, it like almost never works out. Like, because, you know, they do tend to feel like it, like, you know, they missed out on a lot of things, you know, and then like instead of like bringing their partner in to like do these things with them, they feel like they just can't, or like maybe they just didn't marry the right person. And you know, a lot of people, they're not like fully mentally developed until like 25. I mean, like men, right? Like men.
Hey man, don't be trying to down us.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You trying to get me to agree? Yeah. Nah, bro. Like, what you mean?
So I'm trying to watch out for my ladies out here that are thinking about getting married to a man younger than 25. He's not fully grown yet.
Not for real.
As if y'all are fully sane. Like, what do you mean?
You also have to think about the people that are just so open with having kids before they get married.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's just like y'all just out here having kids, and it's like you ain't with your baby daddy.
Yeah. Now you got a single household. Yeah,
right.
I think that's where we're at in our life, where like, you know, we're in year 2 of marriage, and when we first started dating, we thought we were gonna have kids like soon. But as I started being around more married couples, they was like, nah, dog, like, do not do it, bro. Like,
wait.
They was just like, yo, like, experience your life. Because a lot of people have kids young, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, their mindset's like, they're going to be out of my house before I'm 48. Like, you know what I'm saying? 45.
Because that's the only, like, pro to it, I guess,
and me,
at that point.
and my math is like, you do understand that, like, we're the same age, right?
Yeah.
If I had kids 4 years after you, my kid is 4 and yours is 8. Like, there's not a big difference. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a huge difference. And you're continuously having kids. So, therefore, your clock starts over. Yeah. So, like, what is it? Why are you pressuring me to have one kid when I can wait? I can wait 10 years. Your kid is 10 minus 0. Like, it don't make no difference. Like,
it don't even matter.
It don't make a difference to me. Your kid still can't babysit my child.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, it's not like you missed that much time. Like, it's not that big a deal. You know, and I think that we got to a point where we got out of traditional mindset of things. And I think I pushed it the most. My wife was she still is traditional, but she's brought up in a lot of traditional views. And me, I'm rebellious in everything I do. Like, I look at relationships in rebellion. I look at marriage in rebellion. I look at friendships in rebellion. Like, I don't like what the world creates marriage relationships and friendships to be.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm my wife, when she gets to thinking about traditional views, I'm like, who wrote that book?
Because they don't work for everybody.
Well, not even that. I was like, who wrote this rule?
Yeah.
Did you read it? It's an opinion. It's not a fact.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's relationship, marriage, friendship is different. There's not a right or wrong way to go about it.
No.
It's just me and your book. If me and you are on the same page and we want to do something, we're going to do it.
Right.
It's not about what Timmy thinks. It's not about what your mother thinks. It's not about what my mother thinks. It's what we want to do. Yep. It's our life. We ain't living our life for somebody else. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the issue with marriage. Is the marriage, people worry about what other people think. They care about what the world thinks. They get on social media and we worried about, like, my husband don't post me. My husband don't show me off. My wife don't do this. My wife got DMs. She gonna have them anyway. Like, if she bad, she get them.
She's gonna get them.
She get them. Like, it comes with the territory, my boy. Like, you gotta just get out of that. Like, it don't make no difference. Now, if you got the sauce, you getting them back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just a bad mother. Like, y'all cold as a couple.
Right.
Y'all just move forward. You know what I'm saying? You know, but I'm not a person that cares about what everyone else thinks, because no one pays my bills.
Right.
Me and my wife pay our bills together. Me and my wife consoling each other. I come from my wife and I worry about her solely. Now, if you want to come in and start paying some of these bills, I will take that opinion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm all with it. I'll build a guest house in the back of that.
Like, I might listen to you.
I got a guest house in the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to consider some things, but it's not like, and you better have your life together if you giving me advice.
Right.
Like,
especially in that aspect.
Yeah, if you dipping into this cup of tea over here, your cup of tea better be nice, popping hot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being truthful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look for wisdom. I'm always gonna go to older couples and people that have experienced life for advice in life, marriage, and everything. But times change when you're talking to older couples, because their views are very different from yours. They didn't come up with the issues that we face today. They don't have, like, and they even had a lot more positive role models than we did. You know, when I think about marriage, like, in this generation, like, who who am I going to look at? And we talked about this last week. Who am I going to look at for guidance or as an example for me other than Russell and Sierra? And they make fun of him. So
they
it's
really
just like, who besides that am I looking at like, yo, that is, and it's not like they fully open up their marriage to everybody.
Yeah,
they don't do that.
Really, like, know them
they
either,
don't. You don't know them. You don't know what they go through. But it's just like we see what they. And they don't show this toxic mess that we see on reality TV, on Twitter, like none of that. Yeah. So it's just like we don't have the access. If you look to your parents, besides the 10%, there's not parents that stay together. If you go to your friends, they're probably not staying together because they kind of got started a little early or whatever the case may be. You look at grandparents, they got their own mess that's going on, you know what I'm saying? So like, who do you look at? And we don't have the access. And then we have social media. Then we have like, you know, other outside voices that affect. It doesn't make it a pleasant experience.
Yeah.
And I get why the hesitance is there. Because it's not an example. There's no guidance.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand that. Like, you know, I was scared myself. Like, I mean, when I was younger, I used to want to be married quick. Like, I loved love. But as I started dating, I started hating love. Like, I was just like, yo, y'all playing. And like, it used to be an innocence with love. Like, love used to be simple.
Like
pure. You know what I'm saying? And we younger, so we didn't have no expectations. Like, it was low. You just feel what you feel. You exalt on those options. But in this, when somebody breaks it, you might even hop right back out there. Like, oh, I don't care. Like, I'm going to just go back out there. You know what I'm saying? I shook it off. I dusted it off. I'm back in these streets. You know what I'm saying? But after so many of those, it's just like, you know what? Why am it's like going in a heavyweight fight and you're getting punched by Mike Tyson 10 straight times. You're like, can we call the fight?
God, please.
Y'all don't see me
out
here.
Look at my face.
Dead ass. Like, and it's just like a continuous cycle, especially if you don't learn your own personal lessons when it comes to dating. Because like everybody's different. But it's like if you're this person to like over, give or whatever, it's like you're just gonna keep finding the same type of people.
Yeah.
Going through the same.
And I think that results from dating though. Like if you are dating, a lot of people date the same people over and over again.
Yeah.
And women do it very well.
Just different forms.
Yeah.
Different forms, different shapes.
I'm just saying. There's different shapes of the same person.
Same person, everybody. Like,
y'all got a type and y'all stick to the type.
Yeah.
For real.
Unfortunately.
That's why Future and Russ is a thing. Because there's different types.
Yeah.
And y'all walk yourselves into heartbreak a lot. And I will say, like, I used to be, I'm not saying I'm a saint. Don't get me wrong. When I was in my season, I was doing what I wanted to do. I don't care. I didn't care. And I said in the last couple episodes, I did that out of spite. Because I used to be like so lovey-dovey. Me and my friends back in high school had a love pact that we were going to be gentlemen all the time. We were never going to heartbreak.
Never heard that from it.
Right?
We did.
So cute.
The first thing.
We did. We used to be like, yo, we're going to treat these women like, because we used to see dudes at our school like treating these chicks. This is a high school. Treating chicks like they nothing. Girls buying them shoes. They doing the food. And I'm just like, I can't even get a Happy Meal from a girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like I was raised by all women. So like I used to look at my mom and see her cry a lot. And I never wanted like a woman to feel that same pain.
Yeah.
And so I used to be like, I was scared to break up with a girl. I was scared with everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was corny. You know what I'm saying? I was that. I didn't get to a savage till college. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just what it was. And I got to a point where I got heartbroken so many times that I just stopped caring when I got to college. I was just like, you know what? This is for the birds. This good stuff like is for the 90s. We are in 2013. I do not want to do this no more. It's ugly.
That's how everybody started operating though.
Yes. I'm like, why am I working twice as hard with no prize? Like, I'm trying to be a gentleman getting friend zone. No, I'm not doing that no more. You know what? Like, I'm gonna have to switch it up, switch the game up, change the playbook. And I had a lot of success as a fuckboy. I will say. It's easy. It's no responsibility. You selfish. You just be selfish.
Worry about yourself.
You selfish. That's cool.
Yeah.
But then it's hard when you become that, and then you have to become selfless in a relationship or in marriage.
You get so stuck in those ways.
Yeah, it's just like I've gotten so far like this. Why would I want to pull myself out of the shell. Now I gotta go to therapy, talk about selfishness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of men are, like, and some women too. Like, some women are wild out here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They wild.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just because, like, and I said this last week, it's safe. It's easy to just worry about yourself. When you have to open your heart up and
that's scary.
and be vulnerable,
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
like, nah, I'm cool on that. You for the streets.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dre. You can go ahead and kick her rocks.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
And you really don't know who people are too. You know what I mean? Like sometimes like they'll put this like facade like when you first meet them and you're like,
Yes.
oh, you know, like this just might be a little different. And
Yeah.
then like a couple weeks pass, it's like, okay.
Yeah, they got bored.
It's the same.
They got
It's the
bored.
same. It's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I can attest to both sides. I
Right.
participated and it's happened to me. So
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that I didn't look at love in a different light till I met my wife. You know what I'm saying? My wife is just selfless, like beautiful, like fun, always happy, like just all these things like that I used to envision when I was younger. So it made it very difficult to be like, do I be here or do I just continue my fuckboy ways?
And that's where you figure out.
Yeah,
Oh, is
what
this person
type
for
of
me,
mature
for marriage?
and then what
Yeah.
type of maturity you're at. A lot of people miss out on their husband and wives a lot of times because they
Yeah.
make that
Already.
mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You didn't miss
Already.
3 husbands because you wanted to mess with Tony.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Tony.
And
same
there really
thing
be
with
people
women.
out there like pining for you, and you never even know
Yeah,
because you're like all in this whole situation with someone that like you ain't even supposed to be with.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. What is there such thing as like getting too serious too soon?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Is there a time allotted?
Um,
You said 5 years, so I might even. Yeah. You want that mug snail slow? You.
I need to make sure.
Yeah.
I gotta be
Oh,
very.
we-
I would say maybe like maybe 6 months or so. Like in the relationship, you kind of like test them out, see how it is. I mean,
Test them out. We over
Yeah,
here doing
like-
quizzes.
no. I mean,
What's my favorite color?
I did say it like that. Oh my gosh, no.
Nobody should know by 6 months.
No, I mean,
I'm gonna
just
tell you,
like-
bro. I played football for so many years, bro. I don't remember. It took me forever. We were dating for 5 months, and I didn't know my woman's code to her phone. And like literally, like she told me so many times.
Yeah.
She'd be like, I'm just like sitting there, and she's like, she started like. She's like, you really don't know my code? And I was like overwhelmed. I was like, I don't have good memory, bro. And like the worst thing that happens to me is when I'm in the middle of an argument with her and she's like, so tell me a time that happened. I'm like, bro, I don't remember. I don't remember. And so I make it seem like I'm pulling it out of my behind, but I'm like, I remember the feeling of pain. That's all I remember.
Me, I'm like that too. I can't. Don't ask me for the receipts.
Yeah, I don't have to. Now I gotta start making little biopics like, yeah, today she pissed me off on December 28th, 2022. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I'm a Scorpio.
I gotta write it in
black
the
difference
new-
for me.
You're like, I remember everything. When you was 3, motherfucker, you was over there.
every detail.
Oh,
What you wore.
Nah,
I remember that
man.
smart ass remark. Everything.
my wife, I was every day with my wife. Like, I'm over there saying slick stuff all day. She's like, okay, so what you're not gonna do is this. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
She a Pisces, bro. She's emotional, boy. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm a Capricorn. I'm an asshole. So it's just where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
It's just where I'm at. Like,
Obviously, it's a child.
but I think that I used to hear this story. It was a guy, like I was on the radio, and the guy that owned the radio station, he ended up having like a wife that he only was dating for a few months, and he ended up marrying her. And at first, when I was when I heard the story, I was like, "What? Like you married the chick like 90 days?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, "That's wild! Like
Yeah.
never could I ever." You know, never.
Deadass.
Yeah.
That's too quick.
And as I got older, man, I understood that. You know, with me and my lady, like our story was kind of weird because we moved, like we were dating for a month, and then I moved down here. So like, and I told her I don't do long distance. Like I was front up that if you think we doing long distance, I'm gonna be for the streets. It's just where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Like
You ain't even
I need to be holding, touching, rubbing. I don't got time for the imagination. Fall asleep on the phone. I ain't got time for that. That's ugly. You know what I'm saying? So you know we ended up moving a lot faster because she ended up moving like 30 days after me, and I looked at it like love was pure. Why fight love?
Yeah.
I was just like, the fear in me would put a time restraint on it. Like, yo, we moving too fast. We need to just be right here on service level. Maybe 6 months we can reconvene. But everything in the first year, this is pre-COVID. That's right before COVID started. Then I got
COVID was a weird time too, you know. So
a lot of relationships made it. I mean, like not a lot of relationships made it, and a lot of relationships failed during COVID.
Yeah.
But during COVID was when I really fell in love with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like she made my life so much easier. I was out of the house every single day. She was working from home. She gave me massages. She was like, you know, just there. Like she was even going through her own like mental health situation with dealing with COVID. I was going through mine. Like, and she still was trying to be a helpmate through all that. So, you know, her love language was help. But then my issue was that I didn't know how to reciprocate. You know, like I was taking it all, but I couldn't reciprocate none of it because I'm not the biggest touch person. Like I don't
like affectionate.
I'm not affectionate for real. I used to be. I'm not anymore. I'm also not good with quality time. Like I think my number one love language of giving is just like giving gifts. Like here's a gift. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Here's some flowers. I hope they're good. I'll see you later. I'm going to my man cave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think it's just, I don't know. Like, I love when my wife gives me touch. I love when my wife shows me affection and love, but me giving it back, I don't know why I can't give it well. It's something I'm still working on. I'm 27. But, you know, it's just, you go through those things. And when she was giving, she got a little, like when we got married, she was getting a little upset. She's like, why am I doing all the chores? Why am I making sure food's on the table? First of all, DJ, you're a chef. Why am I cooking?
No, for real.
And you want to know why? Because I work till 11 p.m.
I'm not didn't want to do it.
First of all, what drugs are you on to think I'm going to get off of work at 11 p.m. and cook a meal? Do I look like Chef Boyardee?
You told her you was.
Hey, I never agreed to those terms. I was going to cook at 11. I never. But no, for real, like I know a lot of great chefs. And they eat ramen noodles.
Yeah,
I'm serious. Like they will walk in the house after a full shift and will eat ramen noodles.
I mean, I understand that though. You know, you definitely don't want to like do something you've been doing all day.
All day. If you did hair and then you had to go home immediately after that and do your child's hair, you would lose your mind.
Yeah.
You want to wait till tomorrow.
Yeah. No, you're going to be bald headed, sis. We cutting it off. I'm done. You bald headed.
Sick of this shit.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I'm saying that just to say that like, when you just let love run its course and you just let it be genuine, there's not really a time allotted. When you said 5 years, it's just like you're holding a restraint on yourself.
Yeah. And I honestly, it's to give yourself like the grace though, because I do believe in that as well. Like if the intentions are pure, it's like, why not go forth with it if you guys are literally both on the same page?
Yeah.
However, you just want to be able to be comfortable to
still,
like, you know, like gradually go from just being you to being with this person.
Sure.
You know, so it's like a
But that goes from intentionally dating from the start of knowing, for one, what are you looking for? What do you need? And while you're dating, you can already get your answers. A lot of people get the answers at the dating stage and still trying to push.
Yeah, a lot to it is.
You know what I'm saying? You forcing yourself. Like, you know damn well you weren't supposed to be with him. And you still with him. Like, you still with him. Now you're there for 2 years. I don't know what happened. He showed you 2 weeks. Like, he told you 2 weeks in. He been showed you. Same thing with the men. Like, I think that my philosophy with the ladies is that, and y'all might not be included, but women, like, want the goal of marriage. They want it. And once they get it, they don't know what next is. Like after you got the ring, what's the goal?
This is it.
What's the goal? Like they want, and men want you to show that you're marriage material beforehand. If we're gonna pay $15,000 on a ring, that's an investment. Like if you were getting a business and you went up to an investor, he's gonna say, if you want my $15,000, what are you gonna give me in return?
Yep.
And so y'all be like, what you mean I gotta show you up front?
Just believe in me. Just believe in me.
You about to believe your ass in the streets. I'm not about to show you nothing. I'm not spending no money just to see what the experience is like. That's a robbery. First of all, that's like I could just throw that money to OnlyFans if I was gonna do all that just to throw it away. Like you know what I'm saying? Like why would I?
$15K to the OnlyFans is crazy.
I'm just saying. Well, absolutely. I'm just saying. Like, I'm throwing that.
You got some problems.
Yeah. No, and best believe somebody's paying that. Somebody's paying that.
No, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. There's a reason they're making $3 million a week.
A lot of people.
Somebody's paying $15,000.
For sure. I do not doubt that.
But for real, like, ladies, like, and I want you guys to kind of chime in on this. you have to kind of you want the men to show you guys something like what that looks like before you commit.
Yeah.
What are you allowing yourself to open up to before you before they commit to you, before they invest really into y'all? Like, and I think that's where the bitterness of the dynamic with women and men is, that like literally like, why am I investing in something I don't know what the return is? Why am I going back and forth with you about something that should be an expectation? If y'all move, like people move in together and stuff like that. Okay, if we moving in together, we are under wife and husband rules now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So are you cooking? Are you cleaning? Are you doing something that shows me what that experience is like? Because if you're holding that back and then we get married and you're like, because women will say, well, wait until we married, I'm gonna show you something different. And then we get married and it's the same stuff. Now we got finagled.
And that's why I'm saying, to just wait them little.
But what if we waiting and you still do? Oh, you're saying that the deciding factor that 5 years?
Marrying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's
but
like
that's
you can live
playing
with
house.
this
That's not real. That's a fantasy.
No, not really. Because
it is.
It's kind of like a test run in real life.
My
because you can
parents
decide
dated for
to
6
stay
years.
or not.
Good Lord.
They dated for 6 years because my dad didn't know. Like, he wasn't sure. He was scared to, like, commit.
That's fear. But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're using fear, time a lot, like...
for sure, yeah.
But, like, if you're going intentionally, that's why people get married in 6 months. That's why people get married in a year.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean it's unsuccessful. People have long-lasting marriages getting married quick. And some people fail after having 6 years of marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like...
It's a two-sided coin.
It definitely is. It's a risk in both ways.
Yeah.
But if we divorce in 6 months compared to 10 years, I got 10 more years to go to find love.
Very true. That's it. That's all you got.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you really on the time.
I got more time. Like, if you're 10 years in and I'm like, bro, I'm about to be an uncle.
So
I'm gonna be the single uncle.
How did you know that your wife was the one for you? And how long did y'all date before you popped the question?
We dated I want to say 8 months.
Okay.
I knew she was the one for me. Like I said, during COVID, like, she was showing a lot of qualities that I would have looked for in a wife, and she was showing them early. She was very helpful. Like me, I'm a creative, I'm an entrepreneur, and I work full time. Like I needed someone to create a safe place for me when I get home. Can I create? Can I keep my mind open? Can I exude all of my dreams? Because that's what my number one thing was. Being a Capricorn, that we are very success driven. Like we don't go back and forth about that. If I can't be successful, we ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Goal
oriented.
So, she basically was making that safe place, and she, was fully supportive of my dreams. Like there was times I wanted to quit, and she was like, no, you're not quitting. Even this year in January, in December of last year, I was going to quit Outsiders. That's my organization that this is under. Like, I was going to quit because I've been doing it since I was 18. I'm just like, bro, I'm done. Like, I can't. Yeah. I'm not getting any profit off it. Like, I'm just doing it. Yeah. My wife's like, no, you're not. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, let's do this. Let's do it our way. Let's do it together. You know what I'm saying? And, if it doesn't work at the end of the year, we'll call it. But at least I helped.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I tried to.
I like that.
And we fully invested in it. And we're an LLC and a nonprofit. So like, she is like, she's like, we're going all the way with this. She was like, I don't want you to look at how much you spent. Like, don't look at it.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna come back.
It's gonna
eventually.
Come back. It's gonna come back.
She's like, but the goal for both of us to be entrepreneurs. Like, it wasn't a goal for us to be 50 and still working at a job or whatever job we have at the time. Like, so she was like, let's give it a fair try. And that's stuff that was great to me. So at that time, like I was in Vegas and I was just like, it was all of a sudden, I just come on, I was like, Mom, I'm in Vegas, I gotta hit the pod. I'm trying to buy a ring. And she's with me, like, so I had to like walk her to Tiffany's and like have her try on rings. It was as we were in the same hotel that we were on the Strip. And she's like, oh, and I found out her ring size. And I just bought the ring that, like, not from there. My mom was handling it. She held the ring until the proposal. And it flew her whole family down secretly. And she, we did the whole 9 down here. Which I didn't know why she didn't notice me out of the bed. Like I got to bed like 4 or 5 times going to the airport, picking people up. She had no idea. Like,
that's that trust right there.
I was up at like 3 a.m. and she's like, didn't question anything. Like, y'all know his name. Like, where the hell you think you going at 3 a.m?
Right. For real. Like
she must have English something good coming from her.
I'm coming too. No, sit at home. So, that, again, it was just kind of like love was, it felt like I was when I was a kid. It was innocent. It was fun. we have our best dates when it's just spontaneous. Like, you know what I'm saying? We've been in Austin and rode scooters just downtown and went to random restaurants that we never tried before, and that was the best date. It was better than any Perry's or Bob's Chop House or anything like that, or going to go travel. It's just like, you know, it's a lot of effort that goes into making a successful marriage that people don't factor in. Like, and I come to myself and I'm like, I'm very critical of myself. I'm like, I could be a better husband because of this. Because sometimes I get off of work, I'm like, I'm gonna go up tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'm gonna get up tomorrow. I'm gonna make her breakfast. I'm gonna get her flowers. And I wake up tomorrow and don't do a motherfucking thing on that list.
Nothing. It happens.
Not an item. Like, I don't even get a kiss on the forehead. Like, I'm just like, I'm gone.
And yeah, it's also like something you have to consider with the other person. Is like, are they going to be able to handle the pressure of what I also have going on? Because I want to be successful. I want my shit to, you know, pop or whatever. And it's just like, I consider like dating creatives too, because like I'm an artist, and it's like if I'm dating somebody that's not rapping or painting or doing something like with their hands or
that
like
understands the labor that goes with being a creative,
they're not gonna get it. And half the time they think you're just being lazy. It's weird. Like,
when you hit your creative block and stuff, they be like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm like, "Bro, I am in hibernation."
Right.
Like, I can't even think about doing another item. Like, I'm telling you.
Sometimes you do have to pause.
Yeah.
You do have to take those breaks. It's very important.
And I think when we first started dating, she didn't understand that. She's not a creative. I mean, she sings, but she's not, she doesn't do it like professional or anything. So, you know, she was just kind of like, you know, what. And I work full time, so she never worried about me not making bills or nothing like that. Yeah, no, but it was just more of the aspect of like, you know, what's going on? Like, what are you going through? And I'm just like, babe, like, I'm not in the mood to talk. Like, I'm depressed. Like, I literally be like, I put my full idea to reality and nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like, literally
get that.
nothing. Like, I dreamed about this for a month straight, and the result did not go how it was going on.
Yeah. It's like having that person that really gets where you're coming from.
And so then she started making, like, when she started becoming an entrepreneur, she understood. Like, when you start putting money into something, it's like, bro, like, if I did this podcast and I didn't get any views. Yeah. If I did this podcast and had no subscribers or no sponsors.
Yeah.
It would be like,
it kind of hurts a little.
Yeah, it hurts your soul. Like, you'd be like, I'm not doing this for fun.
Like,
I'm not doing this to be a creator. I'm doing this to, you know, absolutely network with other people. But this is a career at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm passionate about. You know?
Yeah,
definitely.
Of course,
definitely.
It's your baby.
Y'all got any more marriage questions?
Not us doing the same thing.
I still got questions, so if you can think about it, it's all good.
Yeah, let me think about it.
So, you know, this is my viewpoint. I definitely think that marriage was designed, well, not really designed. Marriage nowadays is looked at like it benefits the woman and not the man, in my opinion.
How? Because,
like I said before, you guys' ultimate goal is to get the ring. Our ring is $50 at the most. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't invest. No, there's not half a diamond on here.
You got the band.
You got the band. You guys dream of a wedding. Like, some people dream of big weddings.
Yeah.
You know, and want that to be fully exalted. Now, I will say I was the groomzilla during mine. Like, I wanted everything. The bill. Like, I wanted the bells and whistles on that joint. Like, it ain't really no different. Yeah. You know, if I'm gonna do it, we gonna do it.
I mean, if you guys are going to Cancun, it has to be all out.
If I'm gonna do it, we gonna do it. Like, we was so turned. Ellen left her wedding dress at the venue. Like, we was just drunk. Like, it was insane. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But the afterwards, like, for men, like, what is the goal? Like, at the end of the day, like, you know, when you think about stereotypical men, what do we say? You know, we married?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies, when y'all married, me and my husband, we gon' husband and some husband, and I'm married, and you see my ring? It's big, ain't it? It's big.
And I think that's what guys should appreciate.
You said should.
Should.
You said should, not am. But
or
at the end
they do appreciate the fact that they have someone that is just like all about them. Like everything,
but that's not the case.
Some people
are very traditional.
No, I'm just saying that it's not the case that a woman would be all about man when they're married. Yeah, about their man. Literally, you got your ring. I'm good.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
I can name a majority of women, not just
like
some. A majority of women that are not like when there's if a man like, and this is just factual. Men are not very open to speaking emotionally. They're not opening up about anything really. Why? Because they don't have a safe place. If you created a safe place for your man, he would speak.
Right.
If you created a safe place for him to succeed, he would succeed. But you're not creating anything because it's all about you. So
you
therefore,
gotta have somebody balanced though.
I'm sorry?
You have to have somebody that's super balanced.
Sure, but is that
not-
multiple marriages that happen? No, not in
Yeah.
this generation. We don't. There's not well balanced couples out there.
I mean, I usually see more like an older married couples. I usually see more of like the women like being really super into their man.
We're talking
like,
2022.
like vice versa.
We're
I
not
mean,
talking about 1975.
No, I mean like even now, like currently now, you know, like my mom is super into my dad, and she wasn't like that when I was growing up.
I'm speaking about our generation.
Okay, yeah.
In
It's like
marriages.
sometimes it takes for because the thing is, I think chivalry's dead. So guys aren't really like just doing
There's a
the
reason.
fucking most to
There's
just
a reason.
get the girl because it's like why should a girl like just throw it all out there if you're not even like trying to like be about a guy and like the guy's really
Okay, so
not
why
trying.
is the man reaching out to you in your DMs or asking you on a date, then paying for said date, and then having to exalt all the energy throughout the entire dating process just to get you to say that you his boyfriend? I mean, just to say that he's your boyfriend, and then you're getting to the point where now you're in a relationship, and he's now because he spoiled you the entire way. Now he has to continue doing that because you can't change. If you changed since we started dating. You gotten comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, when does it stop? To where it's like it's not like
I feel like at that point you should be able to like if they're now in the relationship, it could be best to where like now y'all are spoiling each other and it doesn't feel like there's so much work.
But that's a
on
lot
the
of
guy.
energy before even seeing the investment again. Like we're already there. Are you evenly balancing the relationship? I'm not saying there's not women out there that are paying for the first date or going out there and help. Like me and my wife, we split the first date. We didn't care.
Yeah.
But there are literally Twitter wars about who should be paying the first bill.
Yeah.
Who should be should the husband or should a man or wife be paying the bills in the house? Should the man or woman be and it all results back to the man. Like man should be paying bills. Man should be
That's that traditional.
If it's a
thinking.
in a traditional sense.
Like I feel like as you progress in your relationship, like okay, yes, of course, like when you first start, dating somebody, of course you want to like put yourself completely out there. You really want to woo this person, right? But as it progresses, of course you're not going to be able to do that all the time.
Yeah,
so that's where that understanding, like, okay, like they have a lot going on right now, where like we both have this mutual understanding, like, okay, I'm into you, you're into me. And, we're going to like still keep trying for this. But, we both have to see, like, understand that, you're having these like, you're working these like really long days at work.
Sure.
Me too. So that's when those little things come into play. You know what I mean?
But when, and you're kind of speaking as if like you're making all these sacrifices in relationships, not even marriage, like relationships. So when do you call it a quits? Because there are a lot of people out there that are in like 2 to 3 year relationships that have had a bad foundation for years and they're still trying to make it work. My opinion is like, if you're not married, you should have been gone. Like you've wasted time finding your future partner, healing, all those things, just trying to make it work with somebody else that you would put that same energy in if you were married. Like if I was married, I'm going to go to counseling.
Yeah.
Like I don't even understand why we're in relationship counseling. We're in a relationship. We're not even married. So if you've traumatized me that much in a relationship, we're not being together. Like I don't understand. I can leave. Like that's not an option. Like
and that's why I say take that time because you're free to go. You know what I mean?
Again,
you can't just marry somebody.
But some people don't know how to leave. So now you're in a relationship for 5 years of trauma. Now you got to be single for 5 years to get over 5 years of trauma. Like that's 10 years of wasted time.
Depends on how bad that person
I'm
is.
just but if you talk to a lot of people, men and women that's been through some crazy stuff, it doesn't really depend on the person because what if someone had a relationship that was already like toxic in the past and now you've opened up that trauma because you have now done the same stuff. Like you're just like that's where it results from having the same, like having a type.
Honestly, like some people, they be so infatuated with their partner, like, and I think like that also really has an effect on that too, because if you're like completely like infatuated with this person and they're like really not shared, they don't really like help you or they don't really like add any like value to your life in any way, and you're just like still with this person just because you're blinded by that or the idea of it, you know, that takes some time too. So that's where you get those people like that do get stuck in those relationships, you know. I feel like if they are, you know, somewhat serious, I feel like they don't realize it until like the 3-year mark. That's when they're like, okay, like, this is either going to work or it's not going to work.
Yeah. And that's what makes people also feel like they're overgiving and stuff because it's like there's just certain things that you're not seeing that you're totally free to leave. Yeah. You know, like,
well, you're doing all the trying and the other person's not.
Right.
Like and I think that, you know, to your point, I think that people are just fascinated by the idea of what the finish line looks like. And they're not looking about the step that they're already at. Like they're at lap 10.
Some people don't want to start all over either, you know? They've invested that time into this person, and then they do have that mindset that, okay, like they just might, you know, change eventually. I can help them, blah, 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 you know, that... Yeah,
which I've been there. Like I've been there. I've literally gotten, and I said in the first show, and I still think about it. And I'm like, bro, I'm really like, I'm not shit for this. But like, I stayed with 2 of my partners in the past, and I've gotten myself to a point where if it's so much going on that I get myself so like. Because I try so hard. I'm trying to find ways to stay and reasons to stay and all this other stuff. And then I get to the point where I have nothing left to give. I've woken up the next day and all of my stuff is packed and gone. Like, not even speaking to the person ever again. Like, they have literally, like, you just upped and left. Like, that's what they're telling their friends. DJ just, like, effed and abandoned me and left. And I'm like, bro, like, there's a start and finish. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You should have been seeing the signs.
Yeah.
Well.
Like, I literally said, if you continue this mess, tomorrow I'm leaving. I gave you a warning. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you decided to proceed. So, like, you testing me. You know what I'm saying? So I left. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like the growth in me is like I could have used better communication skills. I could just say, yo, I'm leaving. But I was just like, yo, I've hit a wall. Like I can't go anymore.
Yeah, sometimes it's just so draining. Like,
but that's my response. But that's on me. Like I put myself through that. She didn't put me through that. I could have been left. I could have saved myself years of trauma, years of pain, years of irritation, years of effort. Like I'm for real. Like that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't even blame them because they just being them. I should have pulled the plug.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And same for them. If they were so miserable, should have left.
Yeah.
And why are you trying to make it work? Like, if you're so miserable.
That's why it's important to at least come into a relationship, you know, leading up to a marriage whole, or at least wanting or having that mindset of wanting to just be whole in yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't worry so much. Like, yes, you do have to consider this, you know, when it comes to the next person. But it's like, at the end of the day, if it really is a detriment to you, it's like, you got to make that decision for yourself, you know? And that's where I feel like a lot of people, and myself in the past, have really hit like a whole stopping point with like dating. Because it's like, damn, fuck this, because they don't really know, you know, what they're doing wrong in a sense or whatever, even though they're trying all this, you're just overgiving. And, you know, you're looking at things wrong.
Yeah.
So, you're like,
Those are the worst. Those are the worst. Like, when it's just, like, draining you completely, and then this other person is just like, what? Like, they don't
like it's nothing.
What's wrong?
Like, it's nothing. Like it's like a slap in the face. It's like, bro, you ain't paying no attention. You've been in the weeds this whole time. Just
acting clueless.
You're really that clueless.
Now you about to get me violent.
No, but and that's a narcissistic trait, though.
I need to leave.
I gotta go because I'm about to throw hands.
Like, get out of here.
Now you about to get me violent.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, like
it's like now I'm mad. And I'm irritated because I know like how pure my intentions were, but because of the fact that I didn't oversaw this, because I wanted you so much and I wanted to keep you with me so much. It's like, you gotta realize where you're being selfish. You know what I mean? Like this person.
True.
It's like some people don't even care to be with anyone. And you're like, oh my God, I love you so much. It's like, cool. If you leave, cool. You know, but you don't feel that way. It's like so much.
I think that's the issue right now in the mindset that like everyone's holding. It's like, you know, if you leave, cool. If you stay, cool. Because of the fact that like because departure has been the norm. Like shadiness and not fully having the right intent. We're just used to it. You're used to it. You're like, bro, if you leave, cool. If you stay, cool. I don't care. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's that is what it is mindset. But at the end of the day, like if you have to change your dating pool. You have to change, like something has to change so the result will be different. I hate when people just say, "Oh, it's the dating pool is terrible." I'm like, so you done dated doctors, lawyers, people at church,
Okay, you didn't do it.
people that ain't at church, people like there's like people everywhere.
Like, have you really tried everybody?
Have you tried? Or are you dating the same people? Like you going to the same club,
You're
finding
living the crew,
different
aren't
girls.
you?
And then
Like-
you dated everybody. Now you
Yeah,
home.
now you don't know. You didn't date
No,
the
now you
whole
a hoe.
club.
Like,
Don't say now
it's
you
one
hoe.
club.
Everybody
They
like.
dated the
You
same
ain't went to the
crew, like-
library. You ain't went to the book club. You ain't went to an intramural sport. You ain't went to. You ain't did nothing to try. You just been in DMs on Instagram and you
Yeah.
went to the club.
Yep, that's it.
What do you think you gonna get,
yeah.
ladies?
For real, that was me last year.
No, for real. Like
I
ladies.
said, damn.
Ladies, what are we gonna do differently? You know what I'm saying? If you want a different result, change the environment. Like, why
Yeah.
are we like?
Yep.
I don't know.
And it's not to
Yeah.
say you can't meet someone that's for you in the places that you like to be at. You have to just be
picky.
very picky with your
Picky.
boundaries.
Yeah,
and
like
who
if you
actually
if you
accept
see
in.
the red flags, leave. Like right
Like,
then. and
don't
there.
give it
if
no
you
second
see
thought.
if you see dude walked up to 4 females before he walked up to you. He's on that tip. He ain't
on
looking
that
at
shit
you.
too.
He just saw you in passing. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, hey, what's up,
I'm
girl?
finna holler
You know what I'm
too.
saying? Like, I'm getting on. But if he was like, yo,
Yeah.
I was eyeing you at the spot the entire time. I'm vibing with you. You giving me looks. I'm giving me, like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That means he was fooling with you for a 2-hour allotted at a club that he couldn't barely talk to you at. you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
different. You know what I'm saying? But I don't do club dates. I don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've already told everybody, man, first date is gonna be at the coffee shop. That's just where I'm at with it.
Oh yeah.
I'm doing water dates. I'm doing coffee dates because
Yeah.
I'm
no
serious.
drinking.
I'm serious. I'm not drinking. I'm not spending abundance of money on somebody I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not going to do that. And if you pass the HR screening that I call that, then we can get to the second date.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have the true intentions to just get to know me at a neutral spot,
Yeah.
then I already know
Yeah.
what tip you on.
No.
Right.
If a guy, I look at the movies
I'm
like
not saying,
it's,
like to meet them.
I look at the
Sorry.
movies on the first date as a red flag to me. You don't even want to get to know me.
Yeah, you just trying to.
You just trying to go to the movies. Like,
That's
Yeah, you can't really
that's what
talk.
puzzles
no, you
me. I
can't
don't
talk.
like
How do
that.
I not know you a serial killer on the first date if we at the movies watching Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
Like, like, what is going on?
Should I be here right
You enjoying this a little too much.
Right.
You just like he sliced his head off. You don't even
now? I'd be
care.
like, you know, I'm gonna call Uber.
Yeah,
I don't want him to take me
I'm gonna
back
go ahead and
home.
call it.
It's fine. It's fine.
But
No.
yeah, that is something too. Like it also depends on what kind of dates y'all have in the beginning too.
Absolutely.
If you at the
for
club,
sure.
you can't hear each other. You
Can't
ain't
hear
doing
nothing.
nothing. Y'all
Nope.
intoxicated as hell.
Yeah.
Like it's no fresh air.
Yeah,
Like,
and if you're just going for the food, I mean, I would rather you just tell me that. You might be like when I was dating, you might be fine enough I can pay for your meal, but you at least told me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to put in no effort. I ain't got no pre-questions. I'm just giving you your meal. We going on our merry way.
And
You know
that's
what I'm
what I
saying?
think
But
some-
if you just sitting there like, oh yeah, I would love to go on a date with you and blah blah blah, and you ain't talking when we on a date, I'm
Yeah.
hot. Like I'm hot
Yeah.
now. I done got fresh. I could came in some sweatpants, took your ass to Applebee's. You know what I'm saying?
You could have disclosed it like, hey, yeah, we can go grab a bite to eat.
Yeah.
That sounds more casual
We can-
instead of like,
yeah.
I'll take
I
this
love to
thing.
go
And
on a
then-
date with you, and
Yeah.
And then you come looking your best and you do all this extra shit and then,
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
you know.
Not a dang thing. You ain't mess with me the day I sent the DM. Not even when you first saw me. When you
Yeah.
saw the DM, you went fully with me. Just say that.
Just
Say that. We grown.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not
No, but I
interested,
will
but
say, man, like marriage is all of this to say that, like me, like I enjoy marriage. I think marriage is dope, just because of the fact that you get to be with, again, like y'all said, y'all person, and you get to grow openly with this person. They know who you were before. They know who you're trying to be. They can help you on those goals. They can, they know your flaws. They tell you about yourself. They, combining families, like that was some of my biggest fears. Like literally when I first got married, I've never gotten along with in-laws, like my partner's couple, parents. Never. Just because I don't like faking it. I hate that.
Yes.
I hate being hi, hey,
I
how are
hate
you
that.
doing?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my favorite color is blue too. Oh my god, I hate all that, bro. Like I'm DJ. If you don't fool with me, I don't fool with you.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with
Yeah.
this shit. I feel like right now, I don't give a fuck about y'all. And y'all.
How did you deal with the question down, the
Oh,
stare
the little
down?
interrogation stuff that they be
Yeah.
doing? Nah, like I mean, I feel like her parents didn't really get, because I had a lunch. They had like a little grill barbecue with the grandparents and the parents. They didn't really. I think that we went to the same high school, so it was like they
Knew
knew.
of-
You're
Yeah,
kinda
they knew.
familiar with each
Yeah, they
other.
a little familiar, and so they was just asking me questions, and I'm at like I'm just answering them truthfully. You don't. I'm in a relationship with your daughter. I don't care about what y'all got on. You know what I'm saying? And I know I have good intentions, so it's not like if you overread me that much to think I have bad intentions, then you weren't trying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't overanalyze me. That's why I don't like that. What I don't like is partners' friends. I hate that. Like, I do not get along with your female friends. I don't do that.
They're gonna try to
because they be doing too much.
They think they know about.
Yeah, they doing too much. They overanalyze and answer due to y'all trauma. Then they over there telling like anytime you get in an argument, go ahead and leave them. Leave them alone. Nobody cares. Like, you know,
like
and they single. Like they ain't got no man. They ain't married. You know what I'm saying? They just want to be miserable, and they want you to be miserable too. You know what I'm saying? Or they not in the same growth as you are, so like they're judging you off of what you got going on. It's just too much. That's why I don't like people in my stuff.
Yeah, no,
like I don't like that stuff. Like
you can't bring nobody in your.
That's why I don't tell. I don't tell my friends when I'm in an argument with my woman.
Yeah,
I don't tell my parents that I got into. Like I playfully, I'd be like, bro, she was getting on my nerve yesterday, but I don't go into detail.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
it's not their marriage.
What I actually was taught. I was taught this, and I should hold this in your like even in relationships. You don't tell your friends and parents. You don't tell them what y'all do and what y'all get into it about because they're not obligated to love them.
Yeah.
They're not obligated to love them as much as you do. They don't have unconditional love for them. So you can say, yeah, like, you know, he called me out my name. You're like, oh, they called you out your name? I hate him.
Yeah, like, soon as you say one bad thing,
you don't have to tell me anything else.
No,
and he can't fix it. So therefore, he's dead to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they not but y'all have to be careful who y'all tell y'all stuff to because for real, like now there's animosity that your partner didn't even know was there.
Yeah. My God, yeah.
Now there's tension for no reason.
Bring him around
like, why was Drea looking at me like that?
I don't know. I
don't know. I mean,
what did you do?
What'd you say to them? What did you do?
You must have did something. I don't know.
See, and look, and you did that. You did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So just drink my drink, like
exactly. Now he ready to box. Now he ready to box 5 females at the table. Thank you.
I'm like, and I do feel bad sometimes because it's like there's the guy that's like all about his girl, and it's like. Oh, her fucking friends just hate this guy.
Hate him for no reason, just for breathing.
Yeah.
You want to know the main reason why? Because y'all can't do the girl stuff y'all used to do. Y'all mad about that.
Yup, that's
Hey, man, I can't. So what you mean? He said you can't go to the club with us.
Like,
what you mean you can't go on this girl trip with us? You always around him. You always around him. Why are you always around him? It's ugly. It's ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I hate when girls
girl. He's holding you back.
Yeah, he's holding you back from what? From other men.
He just holding you back. I can't.
Honestly, I'm not that friend to be mad at my friend that like I can't knock her for being like, well, he texted me, I gotta go.
Right, it's 11 o'clock. I'll see y'all. Because what am I doing past midnight? Like, what are you doing as a person in a marriage or in a relationship past midnight to where you need to be out with your female friends? There ain't nothing Christian-like at midnight. Like, there's nothing that a married woman should be doing at 2 a.m.
Okay, so the thing is, though, I feel like all the time, sure, but you know, she just want to hang out with her trusted
What if I don't trust her friends? What if I know what you've been doing? Like, what if I know?
True, if you know
if I know your friends are in the streets. Why do I feel comfortable?
No, well, it's her friends in the streets all the time.
I mean, I'm not speaking. This is not a current situation.
No, I'm saying if her friends.
No, but if I have, if I was dating someone and I know that her friends get out like that, I'm going to be a little unsure. Because and then every time we around each other, you telling me stories of what y'all used to do back in the day. It don't make me feel comfortable.
But you gotta think about if you trust that person, that loyalty will never waver.
No,
so for them to have their fun here and there,
temptation at the end of the day, and you're welcome into. It'd be different if friends were like I like the little player hating friends. When you go out and you're trying to holler and you got don't talk to my friend. She take it. Look at her ring. She done. There's not a lot of women that do that though. There's not a lot of women that do that.
There is.
No, it's not.
I feel like there's starting more and more girls, especially like as we be like progressing age. I say don't nobody really care to like get free drinks from men like that. You know,
first of all, I let my woman get drinks in front of me. Hey man, go pay for it, please. Buy 2.
But I mean, like that's what makes you uncomfortable when she goes out with her friends, right? I mean, like
by herself, not with you there.
Because they'll be okay with like having the men around them or like hollering at them. You know,
I think that it's just
they're not stopping.
I think the casualness of having someone else around, like if it's a set boundary of everybody on the same page, like look, bro, like you're married, I'm not allowing, like they can buy us drinks. you know, but I'm not going to put you in that predicament to where you have to interact with somebody else. Like,
yeah.
But there's not a care. Like sometimes people are careless. They're just like I had a shorty I was dating that like her best friend was welcoming her getting a sugar daddy. Like, and I'm like, and I get it, get your bag, but like, we didn't discuss this. Like, this is not a unanimous decision.
I don't really think those are real friends, though.
And I say,
you know what I mean?
But they
don't have that respect,
right? But they're classifying themselves as friends, and you're spending ample amount of time with this person. So that's time away from like. You can be utilizing it in other ways or acting like you got some sense, whatever the case may be. That's somebody else's perspective that's coming in. And temptation is in all type of ways. So like, although you may feel like you're mature, you never know what someone brings to you. Like brings to you. You ain't like you welcomed it. Somebody just brought it over.
True.
And that's also why I say birds of a feather flock together, because it's like, if you know who you are and you hang out with the same type of people, it's like, for example, me and Drea, we not finna hit West 6 every night. Every time we hang out, we're not finna go to the club.
Oh, you being dirty like that?
What you mean?
You being dirty?
Not dirty,
like just hang out, just
absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
No. I thought, dirty sick. No, not anymore.
No.
I used to.
Yeah, used to.
Yeah, but it's like if you know you have your own type of values, and it's like she could know that I have a relationship or something like that. Like we finna go out, have some fun. But we're not going to stay out late or something like that. And if we do, it's like we're going to a park. We're going to a museum. We're going shopping.
Yeah, that's different.
Like
that's different. Like if that was a different usage of like I'm hanging out with my friends, we just hang out to go get some coffee, or we're going to go to the museum.
Always want to go out all the time.
Yeah.
But there are people that just do there are friends that just do that.
I used to have a friend.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I used to have a friend like that.
Y'all making it seem like I'm making this up. Like no, there's women out here that be doing that stuff.
I mean,
like they only hit them up between 10 and 2.
Yes. Or like they know that they're always gonna be down. So they always like hit that one person up. No, I used to have somebody like in my life like that. I shouldn't call her a friend because she wasn't really a friend.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's a kicky buddy.
Yeah, it was an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like she just didn't respect like my relationship, and then like you know the things that like she would always just like try to like bring me like in these situations, and I didn't appreciate it. She didn't listen to me. Cut her off. Like because like girl, like why are we? Yeah, like why are we in these situations? Like and those I don't like that.
I just think it's when people try to like project a lot of their own stuff on you. Like you got to know what type of friends to have, and also if you're in a relationship, you have to have that trust, because it's like if that loyalty isn't gonna waver, it's just not. That's just how it is.
Yeah,
but,
and
Scorpio.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with your partner like going out. You know, of course, there's nothing wrong with that either. You just like there does have to be that trust that you know your
just
partner's
clear
not
boundaries set. Like I feel like I be interviewing female
things,
I be interviewing
activities.
I feel like I be interviewing the female friends sometimes. I'm like, all right, so like, what's the move? Like I need to know. Just because, like, you never know. Like, when just like when I'm with my fellas, like, I know what friends I'm allowed to go out with, and I know what friends I'm not.
Yeah.
I know what, like, I hang around with, I'm probably the wild friend. I will say that. Like, I don't be out like that, but I'm a very,
you like shots.
Like
no.
You get a shot. You get a shot.
No, I am not that. I am not that. No, I'm like the dancer. I'm very social. I'm innocent social though. I'm like, oh hey Drea, what's up? Hey, what's up? You know, and all my other friends, they're like really like I get friends that like 6'5" and up. So I get bodyguards. Like I just act a fool, and then I be like, say something I did you would. You won't touch him. I promise you won't. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm just him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I don't put myself in predicaments where another female is going to come over and I'm going to be face to face with temptation like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But my friends don't welcome that energy either. If I was to get so comfortable, they'd be like, DJ, tighten up.
Yeah.
Like tighten up, like for real.
See, those are real friends.
Yeah,
and
like,
those are real
they be
friends.
like, nah, we ain't doing that, bro. Like, no, bro. I mean, like, not saying I would do that, but I know them. Like, you'd be like, bro, tighten up. Because they have respect for my wife.
Yeah.
And I think that's the issue is that some people don't have respect for the partner.
Yeah,
so they don't care. They don't put a boundary up.
Like,
yeah, go ahead, girl.
I didn't say anything.
Or even for men, they be like, you know,
my eyes closed.
Like men, they be like, yeah, we're gonna be on BS tonight, you know, blah blah blah. It's just like because there's not a respect for the partner.
Yeah.
I make sure that when I first meet my friends, the first person they meet is my wife. Mm-hmm. Because you gonna respect her and I ain't going nowhere. And if she really ain't even welcome to come, I'm not coming. Like not even saying she gonna show up, but she needs to be welcomed at least. You know what I'm saying? Like there's countless times where my homies. My wife has pulled up with the homies. And they be treating her like the homie. They be like, instead of your name being Ellen, your name is Alan today. You kicking it with us today. Like, they be kicking it. we kick it.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and she's like, this is really what you guys do on the guys out? Because we literally don't be doing it, but bullshit
Y'all got
talking.
nothing to hide.
We just be talking.
Yeah.
You're like, because
That's the other thing too. You have nothing to hide.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah, I'll be talking. They'd be like, yo, you just talk at the table all day. I'm like, that's literally what we do. Just drink, bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
And I
we
also
playing
think
pool. We might do something else. You know what I'm saying? If we go out that night, like I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, this is us out here. We wilding. Because there's nothing to hide. Like I don't need to hide a story. Like you know what I'm saying?
And
You
it's
know
like
who I am.
Your closest friends that you partying and being intoxicated with should be somewhat like your fam anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So
Very
I
true.
do find it like a issue, and like, for example, like some of my friends, like if we're all hanging out or whatever, and they're guys like having like a little issue or like a little attitude, but it's like tell him to come out with us, and he doesn't want to do that. It's like damn, like. So you think we hoe ass those and don't hang?
It's totally that they are pissed that they out with y'all. Like that's what it is. That's totally what it is. You trying to live your. It's the perception of which, like, it's literally like the world's perception of what girls do when they out or what men do when they out, and it never ends. But I'm not trying to see that.
It's not gonna be toxic. That's what I'm saying. It's the transparency of like.
It's respectful. I love that.
And it's like,
but my mind's already said it's 2 a.m. I'm mad. You know what I'm saying?
Be mad. No, just kidding.
You're right. Be mad. Have an attitude. She'll be back at 2. No, for real. That's a wrap, dog, man. Like, good job, dog.